This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show. Check-A-Pro Joe has assembled a team of pre-qualified home service contractors to bring you the latest in services, products, and techniques. Now, here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Check-A-Pro Joe.
The garage door is important to our home, everybody, and we don't think a lot about it when we press the button. I asked my good friend, Jon Phillips from A1 Garage Door Service, to join me on the program today to talk about something that we just don't think a lot about, and that's the garage door opener, also called the garage door operator. And Jon is going to enlighten us about the differences, the importance of the balanced door, and so forth. Jon, welcome to the program.
Hey, Joe. How's it going? Thanks for having me back on.
It's great to have you here. So the garage door operator, or what some people call the garage door opener, is an important piece, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the brain of the operations. It's what automates your door to make it convenient from your car, and nowadays even your phone, to where you don't have to get out and open it manually. You can just do it all at the push of a button.
A lot of changes in technology, and before we dive into that, tell everybody who's listening the importance of the door being balanced first before that garage door operator does its job.
So a lot of people are under the impression that the operator is what lifts the entire door. And we've covered this in other sections as well, but it just automates it. That's all it does, is just tells the door to open and close. A good functioning door with good parts on it that's balanced with springs at proper tension, good bearings, drums, cables, hinges, rollers, making sure the door's installed, plumb and straight and perfectly aligned. If these things aren't done, then the operator's kind of useless. And people spend good money on operators. And to have a door that's lacking or faulty in any of these mechanical functions, you could be just wasting your money and ruining the motor.
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage people all the time to get their doors maintained on a regular basis to make sure everything is bolted down properly, literally screwed down, because things can loosen up, and to make sure that that spring is wound properly, that it's in good shape, everything's lubricated, and the balance is so key. And this is something we talk about, Jon, and the average person can't really figure out the proper balance. You guys use equipment to determine whether or not any given door is properly in balance. And then once it is, everything is nice and straight and square and everything's in balance. That garage door, without the operator, without it engaged, should simply go up and down with just your finger. It should just move nice and easily, because we don't want a lot of wear and tear on that garage door operator. So once it's all balanced, the garage door operator does its job. So there's a lot of new technology today. You want to talk about the differences and the great options there are?
Right. Without nerding out too much, the most basic function now is obviously moving up and down. And those motors used to be AC motors, so alternating current. The motors were a little bit big, a little bit louder, and then slowly but surely we're progressing over to DC motors. So that's direct current. It's a smaller motor, but in the garage door application, it's actually more powerful. And the coolest thing about it is with a DC motor, you have higher speed function. And what that does for your garage door is, so when the door goes to lay on the ground and shut, it has a speed option where it slows down and feathers the door down. And that's the same thing when coming up. So it's not this abrupt stop to where the door's hitting the ground. So anytime that you can hear the door closing and hitting the ground, that's not good. That's a jolt to the entire system, and it's a wear on the door. So with these DC motors that are coming out now, it's nice and gentle, pulls the door gradually, gets up to speed, so it still opens it just as fast. It's just at the very end of that closing and the very end of that opening, it feathers it nice and neat. And so your door's going to last a lot longer.
Sounds a lot safer, too, for some reason. It just sounds safer. Is there any safety benefits to this as well?
Yeah, so with the slow start and stop, without geeking out too much, so the travel modules and the RPMs, whenever they go into an AC motor, they're hard set. They slip, they wear out over time. With the DC motor, it's all plugged in and it's all electronic, so it's a lot more sensitive and safe. So things such as forces, which is what the door's wanting to push or pull through, that's a lot more fine-tuned, which is the biggest part that can be the difference in between hurting things that are at the bottom of the door or the operator pulling the door apart on the way up. So it is significantly safer.
Times have changed from when I was a young boy, and I would have my friend go over to the button inside the garage and say, okay, press it. And as that door opened up, I would rise off the ground. I was 6, 7 years old, And I don't encourage this, by the way, okay? So do not do this. The reason why I bring this up is back in the day, for whatever reason, that garage door was able to lift me up. Those garage doors are pretty heavy, too. They were all wood. Today, a lot of the garage doors are actually a lot lighter, made of a metal-type material. So things have changed a lot. So do not grab the garage door. Don't have anything in the way. Don't attach anything to it. Let it go up and down easily and have it balanced. I recommend that you have A1 garage door service on a regular basis. Come out to your home. Regardless of whether you have 1 or 3 or 4 garage doors, have them maintain it on a regular basis, because when they come out and they lubricate it and they tighten everything up and they basically look at everything, your garage door is not only going to last longer, but it's going to be a lot safer. You guys have a great program that's not that expensive for people to plug into, where you guys come out on a regular basis. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have our worry-free membership. And what that is garage doors need a maintenance plan. And we need experts to come out and look at the door and make sure everything's okay. And we want it to be hassle-free for our clients. So we get on the membership. You get perks and discounts and safety features, such as surge protectors for your operator, maintenance plans as well to keep it up to date. And then also you get discounts on any future work. And whether you have 1 door on your home or 20 doors, which I haven't seen yet at one single home, we're going to take care of all of them for $8.95 a month.
Well, you apparently haven't been to Jay Leno's home. So I don't know how many garage doors he has, but he's got a lot of cars. I do know that. Technology, MyQ, that's a big thing that people are getting involved with now. Can you touch upon the MyQ system?
Yeah, so the MyQ is Bluetooth and Wi-Fi compatibility, to where your operator's hooked up to the internet or Wi-Fi of your home, and then now you control your garage door from anywhere. And it also has sensory on it to where it can tell you if it's open or closed and timed and stamped. And the MyQ app is perfect. So you don't have to worry anymore, did I close the garage door? There's timers for that, but you can always check on it. It'll give you alerts. You can know when your kids got home from school, if you're still working. They have camera options as well, so you can get a live video feed and a 2-way radio into the garage. So that's super fun. And then also backup batteries as well, for in case the power goes out. And then probably my favorite feature is probably the Amazon key. That is so Amazon can hook up to that one time. They don't step into your garage or anything like that. And they're able to drop off packages straight into your garage and then close the garage door, and it's completely secure. No porch pirates, no packages getting ruined from weather. Your package is completely safe in a secure, dry place. And who could ask for anything better as far as Amazon delivery?
What a complete package. No pun intended with the Amazon thing. I'm talking about the MyQ technology. It's a fantastic package altogether. Even if you have a garage door operator, garage door opener that's not that old, it might be a good time to swap it out, because you may have kind of a simple garage door opener where you have a remote control, and yes, you're able to sync it into your automobile, so you can just press the button on the roof of your car as you drive in. Some of us just have that. I mean, that's it. But when we can talk back and forth, when we can let the package guy in from Amazon, when we've got cameras and we've got more safety features, it doesn't cost that much to get a system like this installed. John, could you share any of the costs at all, roughly, of what it would cost to have a system like MyQ installed in general?
Well, the beautiful thing is MyQ is actually becoming the standard. So you can get it on the more economical grade motors, or you can get it on a motor that's going to last you for years to come. So it doesn't really matter the budget or the cost. MyQ is available. Probably the coolest thing about MyQ as well is also another problem is people with security in their homes. So people don't like having remotes just out in their garages, in their cars. They say that that's a security risk, and I agree with them. So if you have all of your remotes just attached directly to your phone, which is attached at the hip, you don't have any remotes wandering around. You don't have to worry about losing them. You don't have to worry about people stealing them and having access to your home anymore. It's all safe and within your phone.
That's a good point. I control my thermostat and my lights and a lot of other things with my phone. May as well do my garage door as well, right? Sync it up. John, thank you so much for joining me today here on the program. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you too. It's always a pleasure to talk, and thank you for everything.
Check-A-Pro is your local source for pre-qualified contractors. Stay tuned for more of the Check-A-Pro Radio Show.